Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to today's Bitcoin update for Sunday 27th of March. Okay, let's dive into the Bitcoin charts here. And there are some few things that I want to talk about in this update. So I'm going to dive into the daily time frame and give you a refresher back in what's going on here. So number one is I still see that Bitcoin actually made a spinning top over here, which is actually quite bearish. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of bearish candlestick printed out. You do have a spinning top there. You have second spinning top right over here. And in my opinion, if you start to take out the spinning top at 45,056, then that would be a little bit of a good sign that you're willing to actually continue to the upside. Now, do keep in mind though that I still think we haven't like met this technical target out of the W, and that's gonna be from the top here to the bottom right there, and that's gonna take you all the way from there to there, which is going to be 46,789. So that's the technical target, which we haven't yet met. Okay. Now that's the refresher about the daily, but there's a very quick update that I want to talk about here on the 4 hour time frame, of course. And it's that I just noticed that potentially you're putting in a rising wedge. Okay, so you went up like this, right? And from here you are also going up like that. Okay, so there's a little bit of a very bearish pattern right now, and this rising wedge, if it starts to play out, then you're going to see Bitcoin coming down all the way to 40,358 potentially here. But it's really difficult right now to say anything because when you're bearish, the bullish pattern don't gets invalidated. Okay, and when you're bullish, even a bearish pattern can be invalidated, but it's a little bit difficult to invalidate this. I do have a bad feeling though. Okay, I do have a little bit of a bad feeling, but if it does manage to actually push to the upside and break a bearish pattern like a rising wedge like this, that means that Bitcoin is absolutely bullish to even to continue basically to the $53,000. If you start to go up like this, come down, back test, and then boom. So to me, this does look like a rising wedge over here. I cannot ignore this. I just want to lay it out there. Of course, I could be wrong once again, and nothing I say is gonna be financial advice. I will say this back to back in the channel, but right now, rising wedge, we still haven't broken out of the resistance. So in my opinion, if you start to break out of it and you come down to 44,000 or 43,000, then potentially you are breaking and failing to go out to up to the upside. So once you do that, then you do come down to where you form the wedge itself. So who knows, we could have a little bit of an extension, and then when you break to the downside, you come a little bit like this to where you form the wedge near this place over here. And if you do that, then all you're doing is falling back into support. Do you see that? This support where you had one touch here, one touch over there, one touch over here, and one touch over there, and you're still maintaining that ascending triangle. But right now, I'm just going to lay it down there. I'm going to bring in the indicators of the RSI, and I'm going to show you the RSI as well, okay? So the RSI basically to me seems oversold, on the oversold department at this point of time. So I'm going to study this one with you a little bit. So here we are. Let's zoom out. And anytime you actually went to this oversold department, you actually had a retracement to the downside. So you had one oversold level over here. You went to the downside. Look at that. You had a second oversold level right over there. You went to the downside. Now you're having the third oversold level, which is already this one here. And you also have a rising wedge. On the daily, you have a spinning top. Something is not good. And but this is Bitcoin, okay? But when I look at the altcoins are telling me that Bitcoin is potentially gonna go up, because if it starts to roll to the downside like this, then that would be really weird, to be honest with you. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that just because you're on the oversold or overbought department right over here, you cannot go up. It doesn't mean so. You can still invalidate this bearish pattern and go to the upside. Who knows? Okay, because by the end of the day, your technical target is 46,929, nearly 47,000, which you still have to meet just yet. So maybe there's a good chance that this doesn't play out, and because altcoins are gonna look weird, they're gonna be like, what the hell is going on, Bitcoin? I mean, you're giving us a bullish cross. Yesterday even talked about how Gala was looking like, and how GRT, let's say, even let's talk about GRT, okay, the graph. So here we are with the graph, and I showed you this image previously as well. Now you can see this one doesn't show like the bearish pattern. Now of course, if Bitcoin starts to go down, this is actually going to go down maybe to this level. Do you understand that? Which doesn't make sense to me, because if you look on the daily, it doesn't show any willingness to go to the downside. It's only that Bitcoin looks bearish, altcoins are looking bullish at this point of time. So something weird is going on, and it seems like today actually Bitcoin has to go up, because a lot of coins are showing that they're willing to go up in the next 24 hours and not down. A lot of them, not only the graph, but many altcoins out there are ready to move. Even talk about dot coin, okay? So if we talk about the dot, Polkadot, it's also looking good. It's also looking like it wants to go to this technical target, $22 out there, okay? Any coin, even VeChain has a technical target to go to the upside. So look at VeChain. Actually, it has been met. Whoa, VeChain really met the target, okay? So that one is done. It's played out. Really wonderful. Okay. What else? What else can I tell you? There are so many coins still. Even eGold, for example. Let's take eGold right here. I do see eGold, and eGold, look, it's making some bullish candlesticks and not bearish candlesticks. It's willing to still continue to go to the upside. So to me, that Bitcoin seems like it's a little bit hard for Bitcoin to go down, because eGold is actually looking to shoot to the $270 potentially, which would be a nice, lovely trade if it does go to that, to fill that wick over there, like 42%. Amazing. So that's it for the Bitcoin update. Let's see what happens, but keep in mind, if Bitcoin does start to lose this level of support, then in my opinion it's going to fall even more down, okay? If you lose this support over here, then the rising wedge is going to play out, and you're going to go to $40,000. Simple put, because that's the technical target of the rising wedge. Simple. And that's it for the update. I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.